Hi guys, welcome back. I am Stu and I'm going to be making a scenario on Roller Coaster Tycoon Classic. So if you're playing on mobile, you will need to purchase the toolkit. So you need to go into the plus at the bottom and then buy it from the bottom there. Now as you can see, I've already purchased that, so I can go ahead. And the reason I say if you're playing on mobile is because they've just released Roller Coaster Tycoon Classic on PC via Steam and other outlets. So that's quite cool news. So once you've purchased it, then you've got the icon in the top right hand corner. So we're going to click on that and then we're going to go to Park Scenario Editor. Okay, so your screen might be a little different than the one I've got. Like you might not have some of these things like that. What it was, I've downloaded a park from the Reddit group, and what's happened is it's installed. It didn't actually work with my version, but it did install some of the custom rides and custom counters and things like that. But let's not worry about that for now. What we're going to do then is we're going to go to the ride selection. So we're in that now. So we're going to go to all the rides that we want. So we're going to go 3D cinema. We're going to go, what's that one? I think is that custom? That's the Magic Carpet ride. It's got a different name on here. Let's have a look. Beef noodles, we'll tick them. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through these, ticking ones that I like. We're not going to tick them all because we're not going to need all of them. And the point of this scenario, I'm not going to make a scenario to release. The point of it is I recently did another ride tutorial and I wasn't actually happy with the way I had to go about it, because I started off building it in the ride creation tool and then I tested it out in a real park. But what I wanted to do is I want to create a park that I can build rides in, like a tutorial park basically. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through selecting all these, and then when I'm done then we're going to move on to the next window. Okay, so I've selected all my rides. I'm at the bottom. Underneath the last tick you can see selected 99, maximum 128. So I'm quite close to my limit already. So let's see all these different paths. We don't really need that many. So we're going to go on to the next one. Theming. We'll go on to the next one. We'll come back to theming. Park entrance. But what have we got? We got that one. Maybe we want to do something. Will we want to do? No. We'll stick with that one. Water, yeah, we only need that. So we're going to go into the theming. I tell you what we'll do first of all, we'll tick this box over here called advanced, see what extra things that gives us. It gives us some extra scenery. Now you might not see some of these, again that's because I've downloaded a park that's installed some of these. We can look at that at a later date, but for now let's just keep it simple. Okay, let's go into here then. So let's untick advanced, let's go into the scenery, and then we'll just add some of these. We'll add some of these just to, there you go. Oh, we're up to the maximum, that's fine. Okay, so now we're going to go to, right, so now we're in the landscape editor. Let's zoom out. Now I only want this to be a fairly small map, so I'm going to go down to the lowest size we can do, which I believe is about 50 by 50. Because I only want to use this for when I'm showing off ride tutorial, so I don't need anything large. Okay, so entrance. So I'm going to want to put the one entrance somewhere in the middle down here. So we've got it at 50. So let's count down then. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. So I've put two paving tiles down. So one's at 25 tiles and one's at 26 tiles. So I want to put it fairly close to the middle. Let's have a look. Where do we get the entrance from? Right, so as you can see, if you look at the paving underneath the entrance, it's some sort of like a dirt tile. So all we want to do is go into that there, make sure that's selected, yes, and then when we select entrance, yeah, it's now gone to the proper paving. So I'm going to want to put 2 entrances down. So if I move it to, and I want to give a nice gap at the back because I want to put a load of flat rides down to help earn some money, because I want to have money on this park. That way then when we do build the rides, we can see how much it costs us, how much profit we can make, and also to test throughput and things like that. So let's just put that, let's just put it there. Let's put another one there, so they're nice and next to each other. So now we'll just do some simple paths up there. Do a little path there. Right, so now click on the guests tab and you see the arrow there. There you go. You can click anyone, that's fine. So the guests will come in from this direction. There was a rotation screen there, so if you wanted to do the exit that side or the entrance that side, you could rotate it as well. So the guests will come up that way. Now we're going to go into the land and we're going to select land owned. So let's make it a bit bigger, and then we're going to select everything now. It's a bit tedious because we can only go, it's fairly small size, so we're going to have to do a lot of, but we can double tap, although it's not very responsive. Might be quicker to just click on the button here. Right, so I just clicked on the right button there and then moved it back to the left, and as you can see it's changed this land in the middle so that we don't own it. So let's let's go for let's try there you go. So we've changed it to construction rights. Let's see if we can go for land owned. There you go. So it's the path, it didn't let us. So we've gone over the path, so now we own that bit of land as well. Cool, that way we can do a nice little feature there, and also maybe put a monorail or something going over, just to earn a bit of money and get the guests moving around a bit, just to make it look a little nicer. Okay, invention set list. So these ones at the top, these are all the rides and things that are going to be unlocked to begin with. You can either move them down if you don't want them unlocked to begin with, or you can select these and move them up to begin with. If you want, you've got the random shuffle, so that gives you a random selection of rides and scenery and whatever and shops. But what I'm going to do, because I'm only using it as a test park, so I'm just going to unlock everything. So I'm going to just click these at the bottom, click the up, and that moves it then from items invented during the game to items already invented. And we're done. Okay, so now we click on the right arrow, and then this gives us the options then for the game. So I want there to be money because I want to be able to see how much the rides cost. I don't need a high starting loan. Just looking back, has this changed? That looks slightly different to what we did it just now. So we're going to have another look at that in a second. Maximum loan, that's fine. We'll put the interest rate down a little because we don't want to have to worry about, we want money but we don't have to worry about money. Now we go into the people menu. Let's raise the money up. There you go, that's fine, that's the maximum. All the rest are fine. We're not going to tick these ones at the bottom. And then let's have a look. Cost to buy land, we won't need to buy any land, that's fine. Won't need to buy any construction rights, that's fine. We want free park entry, pay per ride. We don't want to select any of these at the bottom, so I'm just going to go back slightly just to see what's happened here. So what's keeps, yeah, it keeps doing that, so I don't know what that's about. Let's go back then, and let's go for construction rights for sale, and let's see if that works. Yeah, that seems to work. Okay, so it likes that. So we don't own these squares at the beginning, but we can buy them quite cheaply. That's fine. We could make that cheaper as well if we want. Let's reduce that down a little. We don't need to select anything else. Let's go over here. So objective. So we don't want, we just want to play. We don't want there to be any specific objective. So let's have a look. Let's go for repay loan and achieve a given park value. Now, I'm not going to leave the park value as it is. That's very low. But what we'll do is we'll just leave the loan. When we've got loads of cash, we'll just leave the loan at 1,000. That way then we'll never complete the objective as long as we don't pay the loan off. So park name, let's have a look. What about Stutorial land? That's pretty cool. Scenario name, again, Stutorial land. Scenario group. Beginner parks, scenario details, park created for tutorial videos. And then click next, save. Takes you back to the main menu, start new park, more park scenarios. Where is it? It's tutorial and oh, it's right at the top. So there you go. Start that. There you go. Park created for tutorial videos. Hi guys, I am Stu and this is Tutorial Land for Roller Coaster Tycoon Classic. Just going through the motions. Park created for tutorial videos. Your objective to repay your loan and achieve a park value of at least 50,000. There you go. So free entry. We've got a couple of transport rides. Oh, I didn't get trains unlocked. Oh well. Loads of gentle rides, loads of coasters, loads of thrill rides. Well, that's a custom one I've added by mistake. Okay, no problem. A few water rides and a few loads of shops. So what I'm going to be doing with this now is I'll build a nice path just running from one side to the other. Then I'll build flat rides then just along here and along here. That way I'll get loads of guests coming in. We'll start earning a lot of money, and then what I can do then, I can save it, and then when I want to do a tutorial video on a ride on a roller coaster, I can just build it here, and then we can see how much it costs us, and we can see what sort of profit and throughput it's earning. So I'm hoping that you found this video useful for those guys who've got the toolkit unlocked. And as you know, I am coming towards the end of the normal scenarios. There's 95 that come with the basic game. We're getting towards the end of those. Once I complete those, I am going to buy the expansions, and I'm going to do those. And after that, then I'm going to have to be looking for scenarios to download. There's loads there on the internet already, but if any of you guys want to create some for me to play, then have a go. And then after I've done all the ones the official ones, we can start cracking on some custom ones. So that was Stutorial Land, a guide to creating scenarios, a very basic guide, but hopefully you found it useful. Any questions or feedback, drop them in the comments section, and I'll see you next time. Bye.